Hello. Hi, everybody. This hits me in the feels. I had a Honda S2000 and had to sell it due to moving cross country. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Reinhold. I filled out the commission form yesterday. Can't wait to get started. Absolutely, man. I will respond to a bunch of emails after I'm done stream. I have a few to go through, actually, but stoked to get started, dude. Also, hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm alright. Thank you guys for asking. On a Oh, a build of a board I have? Kinda? What do you mean by kinda? Speaking of Honda S2000, Devin Aoki frequents the card shop I work at. Oh, cool. Dude, you also work at a card shop. That's also pretty fucking sick, too. Ow. Dude, I, scratched my leg yesterday because I'm itchy, and it's been, killing me now. Also, Mode Lease, thank you so much for the Prime. I really appreciate it. I am doing okay. If I'm being honest, guys, I have been better, but I feel like streaming will be a nice break for me from the mental stress that is life. But I am personally a-okay. Has nothing somewhat to do with me, but I'm not tired. there's a lot going on, and I just streaming's nice. You can kind of turn off your brain for a lot of things. Did you watch Invincible Season 3? I haven't even done Season 1. That's on my to-watch list. That is on my to-watch list. Thank you, Lance. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you, man.
Good morning. Wow.
Good morning, everybody. Hang in there, buddy. Can confirm with a lot going on trend. Yeah. There's just a lot. Learning how to navigate through life, still. Can't quite figure it out, but doing what I can. I can't wait for my Neo Ergo. I paid 48 USD for shipping on QWERTY. It's a week since it was handed to DPD in China. For example, Unity Keyboard says 4 USD. Yeah, well, I hope that comes soon. I don't know if there's any holdups, but hopefully soon. Kinda. I'm just going to do a client build, the one I was supposed to do yesterday, but I didn't have a chance to do it, so we're going to do it today. You look a little older, missing a stream. Do I? Stress. My stress levels have been peak the last 3 days. Maybe a little bit more. But I gotta figure out one thing. I'm setting a goal for myself this week, regardless of anything, is I need to figure out regulation for stress better. I don't know how to do it. So that's gonna be on my figure it out week. But yeah, I feel like the stress hit me and I aged or something in the last 2 or 3 days. Neo Ergo the GOAT, loving mine with Key Cyans. Ooh, Key Cyans are nice. Thank you, Scrubs. Now that we're all together, perfect time to de-stress? Absolutely. Holy shit, is that Mr. Alexotos? It's me, Elbez. How you doing? Love some stress? I hate stress. I'm over it. I'm done. I need to change whatever it is that's stressing me, so water some grass or grab a leaf blower and blow some leaves around. Very therapeutic. Yeah, I wanted to do... Dude, funny that you mentioned that. I wanted to do that today. But it snowed yesterday. Which is kind of weird. And it's kind of wet outside right now. So, yeah, it snowed. Yeah, it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to make the ground wet. And it's still, some of it's still sort of outside, so yeah. That seems really late to snow. It is. Snow in this economy? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too familiar with this particular model of keyboard here, but we'll see. How are you guys all doing? Just Canada things? Yeah, seriously. For modern materials, do you like stone or concrete? I prefer stone personally, but that's just me. I was gonna say build a keyboard, but in all seriousness, be around people you love, sleep early, work out, and always take a nice hot bath. I tried doing the last of that, but our water heater is terrible, so we got to figure out that. But we've been having there's just so many problems. Dang, I wish I had a bath. I wish I had a working one. Sleeping early makes a whole different person. It's wild. Yeah, I've been doing that actually again. I think dude, I adjusted. I think I told you guys the other day. I was going to bed at 3 a.m. and it just was not healthy. Like, I think it's just, you know when you do that thing where it's like, you know that you've had a busy day and you're like, fuck, I'm just gonna stay up to do the things I wanted to do, like have some fun and just like, you know, procrastinate, I guess, a little bit before you have to start the day again. But I've been doing that a lot. Like, I've been like, okay, I need to compensate. Yeah, revenge procrastination. That's what it's called. Yeah. So I've been doing that a shit ton. And, like, I know it's not good. But the other day, I kind of stopped. I told myself enough's enough. I said, no more. No more revenge procrastination sleeping. But I'm going to be honest, like, we've been having trouble keeping up with it. Last night we did pretty good. We went to bed at like 1 o'clock or something. No, time offs. See, here's the thing. Like, I had some time to like think yesterday and whatnot, and like time off's not what I really need. I just need to figure out how to balance life better, and that's kind of like the goal right now. Is how do I balance things better? And I don't know. You know, it's been inspirational. Like, I've been hearing some people reach out to me and them telling me their stories about how they've been managing stress and just like... Because, like, I don't want to get into too much detail, but, like, you know, we have a family member that's in the hospital right now as well that's been stressing me out. And then just a whole bunch of other things. And there's just a lot of emotion that runs through your body that I don't think people talk about enough in a lot of ways. So, yeah. I don't know. Have you seen the Fujifilm GFX 100 RF? Dude, can we talk about a little bit of cameras? I don't even know what to think about that camera. It's like, what, $5,000 for a medium format 35mm fixed lens? I don't think I care for that particular camera at all. I think it has maybe a very niche use case. But, like... I don't think... Is it 10K? I thought it was 5K. I don't think I would ever have a use case for a $5,000 fixed lens. It's 5K USD? Yeah, I have no use case at all. Like, zero for that. So, yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of cons going into getting a camera like that. Yeah, like, get yourself, I mean, if you can, get yourself, like, an extra 106, or just get the Ricoh. Like, I don't think everyone needs 100 megapixels. I have 100 megapixels, and I'm going to tell you guys, I actually switched the setting for a few shots last week to lower megapixel count, because I just didn't feel like editing 200 megabyte files. Like, I didn't feel like the transfer time's taking forever, and I just wanted some quick shots of something. It's nice to have the option, but I think, like, realistically, most people won't need that. And realistically, like, even posting to Instagram, the pixel count you need, like, is, 1,000 by 1,350 is the max for vertical? Dude, 26 megapixels, 20 to 24, whatever the standard most brands use, it's more than enough. I don't know... Like, I get the whole cropping in thing. I get it. Trust me, I have a camera like that. I get the wowness of it. But 90% of the time, like, even on my other cameras that are a little bit higher megapixel count, I kind of despise shooting raw sometimes. So, sharp lenses allow more crop than MP or megapixels. Well, yeah, I mean, a good lens will never do you wrong, but it's pretty. I wouldn't say... The GFX 100 RF is okay looking. So, it's not my favorite camera, though. I don't love the way it looks. Like, I prefer the other classic bodies from other cameras. I don't know too much about video stuff, to be honest. Shooting raw, you say? This image is fucking raw? It's raw, dude. And also, someone said something about mindfulness journals, and that's also what I want to do, too. I want to start doing that as well. But I think I just need to figure things out. But it's not going to prevent me from working. It's just... I think I just need to be a little bit more... I need to rediscover a few things. It's weird talking about this out loud, by the way. Because these are, like, thoughts that I just have in my brain that I kind of keep there. But, yeah, like, I need to figure out some stuff. I also just, like, miss doing a lot of stuff that I was doing before. And I feel like just for whatever reason, maybe it's just excuses that I'm making for myself. Like... I'm just not doing some of the fun stuff that I was once doing before. You know, like I'm not doing the photography things anymore. Like not just keyboard stuff, but outside. And you know, in a lot of ways too, guys. Like again, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like I'm not gonna sit here and like beat around the bush. Like I think social media in general and seeing just people around me do things that I don't agree with on social media, maybe in the same space as me, maybe not. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make me feel good. And it's hard to ignore that stuff when your job is that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Hearing like constant criticism too is definitely something that I didn't realize coming into this as well. It doesn't bug me much, but like it definitely makes you doubt yourself at times. So maybe it does bug me, but I don't know. I know I keep saying I don't know, but I haven't nailed it yet on what it is. So it's raining today, so I can go out and take pictures, or I can't go out and take pictures, or can't. No weather sealing. Oh, I mean, you still can get away with it. I hate social media, honestly. Me too. Sometimes I hate it. We love you, Alex. Never doubt that. Thank you, Dream. I appreciate it. I pretty much quit social media. I post keep photos every now and then. I don't do anything else but post keep photos. I stopped doing keyboard photo or doing other photos just because I've always felt like social media is a bit invasive, and like I live and I want to remember things for me. So you're a counterforce to the negative stuff in the hobby. That is the only thing I want to like be remembered for in this hobby, that I at least tried to not be super negative about things, or at least counter the shitty shit of the hobby. The older you get, I'm 37, you have to be super careful where your energy goes because you burn out. It's true. When you're young, it's like, when I say young, I mean like in your early 20s, I feel like you definitely have that mental capacity to spare. Most people do, I feel. Or at least I did. I shouldn't say most people. But engineering a hand? It's crazy, right, Kelly?
Engineering a hand? Crazy.
Speaking of cameras, I'm going to go drop off a roll and pick up a bunch for my trip this week. I am so jealous of you right now. I'm still trying to figure out a film camera. I had to recently let go of a lens because the lens I just realized I wasn't using it. So, Alex, where were you? Just in my own feels. That's it. I'm going to be honest with you guys, just in my own head. Tally, thank you again for the tier 1. By the way, if we hit 50 again, we'll give away a Dimium, either a new, I believe it's a new kit that I have, or a silver one. Probably the silver. I don't know why I didn't read, Burn, but I learned that you have, that from having to go through organizational therapy because my ADHD brain won't shut the fuck up or shut off, it just turned into mindfulness journaling to organize my feelings. But my guy, you are a gem, a peach, a pineapple, and other flattering fruits. You do what's best. Thank you so much, Ryan. Great community and positive counterpoints to the keyboard. Thank you.
Hello, I am finally back.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Quality. Thank you so much, man. I'm staying at Disneyland this weekend. Oh, please do. I'd love to see some photos, Jedi. Gantis, thank you so much for the Prime. I really appreciate that too, man. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being patient with me yesterday as well. Like, I don't know. I think in a lot of ways I had a lot of anxiety and just like stress yesterday that my head was not clear.
It's good to see you in the AM.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. And you know, it's like a mix of everything. There's just a lot going on. I've been, I don't know, like over dump and share on you guys, but like, I don't know. I've just been in my own feels these days. Burn, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s, dude. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I know. I was worried too. Worried for myself. We're nosy. We don't mind. Thanks, man. Honestly, finding time for hobbies and for yourself as we get older has gotten harder and harder. It really has. Just everything's so damn expensive too. Like everything. We have to fix a few things, and like those are expensive tasks. And then like just like trying to navigate through all that too has been. I love the color of this case, by the way. Has been crazy. Yeah, I might play some. I don't know if I'll play Tarkov tonight. I don't know why, Tony, I'm going to be honest, that game has been stressing me the fuck out. But I probably will play that Rogue Genia game that I've been playing. I've been absolutely just still on my roguelike kick. And then I do want to play that Balatro clone that they put on League of Legends. So this community adores you, bud. We're here for the keyboards, but we stay for the love. Thanks, man. I got invited to a keyboard meet here, and this place has really allowed me to learn and grow, dude. When you stress, we stress. Oh, man, I don't want you guys to stress, but thank you guys so much, man. I used to go hiking every weekend and honestly get so tired by Friday that it's the last thing I want to do. Dude, I would love to do that too. But yeah, I know what you mean. It does get tiring. Squid Game board? Oh yeah, kinda. There's also other aspects of social media that I feel like have been burning me out, but I don't know. Those are boring topics. Oh, let me just triple check the plate we're using, because sometimes people put in multiple plates and I never remember off the top. Plate PC. Okay. I might tweak my build thing too. By the way, I don't understand how this happened, but there's only like 3 slots left for April now. So if you guys want to get a slot in for April, it just kind of like filled up overnight. It's very crazy, and I'm appreciative of that. I'm trying to pick the best switches for my Neo 65 CU with an aluminum/CF plate. I have Jasmine T, the ones you use, or HMX Cheese. I think you'll be good with either or. I love the HMX Cheese switches. I thought they were really good. You kind of already know what the Jasmine T's sound like. I'd probably still stick with the Jasmine T on the 65, and I'd still stick with the carbon fiber plate. Speaking of Balatro, finally beat a run with the black deck. Which one's the black deck again? What does that give you again? Oh my god, why is this so difficult to get out? Oh. I don't think Monocase did anything new. So. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. This is going to be... Okay, let me figure out how to share my screen for this before we get into the build today. It's a client build today, so we don't have to go over like prices or anything like that, but where did I put this thing? I don't know a good way to show this, but let me see. Can I just flip through them like this? No, I don't know how to preview all of these images at once. Let me do this. Let me just put it into Photoshop. One sec, guys. I want to show you guys some photos. The case is dope as hell. I love this little case. It's so cute. It's a very heavy board, by the way. So I think we're using this plate while this Photoshop loads up. The mouse look is so good. You know the battery life is kind of whatever on this, though? Just film your monitor. Honestly, not a bad idea. It's kind of like a really nice click. Is it a cute photo of you? Oh my god, dude. Oh, what is this? Someone is spamming and it got denied. Alright, let me quickly pump all these into Photoshop here. Did it work? Okay, yeah, it did. Alright, so sorry if that lagged my stream. I met the team behind Endgame Gear. They're anal as fuck. Like, they really like certain things. I mean, dude, I've been loving, like, this has been my mouse so far. Like, just to let you guys know too, I did bring this upstairs. And I've been using it, but then I also like working with it. I am now wholeheartedly considering grabbing a second one. It's that good. I still think the Sora is a close second, and I'm still like, I just need to bring the Sora downstairs to use here. But I just like this mouse a lot. I know, Elk1, I should just buy 2. Any chance you could add a new hoodie design with your merch with your signature on it? Yeah, I could do that. I mean, that'd be really easy to set up. For sure. If you guys would be interested in something like that. Okay, let me quickly figure out how to share my screen here. Absolutely. Now, Adobe Photoshop, is this it? Okay, can you guys can see everything, right? Let me just move this over. Oh, that is the wrong thing to move. Okay, we'll do it like this. Whatever. The whole screen is going to be... Okay, time to show you guys. These are not renders, by the way. Well, let me actually do... I'm sorry, this is just so I can see the chat too. I only have one monitor, so let's do it like this. Okay. Leaks you want to call them that. Here, we'll start from the beginning. These are prototypes that STR photographed. These should be sent over to me and Bull soon. Looks nice. Bull sent these over, I think, on Saturday, and they look really good. Well, they're prototypes. I actually don't remember what this finishing is. I don't even know if this is a finishing we ended up picking, but what else can I show you guys? Look at that. It turned out so fucking good. I'm just hoping it sounds good. Like, I have to admit, it's so pretty. And it's crazy because, like, I've already seen the board. When I saw these photos, I was, like, shocked. I was like, God damn. And there's some different colors and the acrylic top. Let me see. There's, like, some other really interesting photos. It does look like a manta. Yeah, like, this is a really nice photograph. Like, this turned out literally like the render, which is crazy to me. And these are real pictures. Look at these. It turned out so good. Like, these soft corners over here. Manta. Tim Keelis. So nice.
So I was walking around my neighborhood the other day and I had this gnarly pain in my butt. Kinda like the time we had our workout.
Damn! Avo just said Tim is lying. He doesn't walk anywhere. Honestly, I believe that. Biggest fucking lie ever told. Damn. Tim, are you going to take that from Avo? I'm tempted to get the gray. Not a fan of the 65, but I'd love to encourage you. If you guys don't want the board, don't feel like obligated to buy it, by the way. I'm being serious. Like, please don't feel obligated. Here's the acrylic top with the, I don't remember what bottom. I think it might be the stainless bottom. Thank you again, though, Tim. I really appreciate you, buddy. So, I don't know. I hope this lives up to the board design that we kind of showed you guys. Yeah, I don't know what the vendor for Canada might be. Hell, if there's not a lot of orders, or maybe we'll do like a little interest check. If there's not a lot, I may even just vendor it from Canada, just because it'd be easy for me, and I understand like what goes into all this stuff. So, and I trust myself. But we'll see. Please be the Canada vendor. We'll see. Oh, I missed a photo here. Like, it turned out so good. PCB, which, I mean, not really a kind of like a bit of a boring picture. There was like one other photo I wanted to show you guys, but I feel like it didn't load into this for some weird reason. Hold on. Was it this picture? Oh no, I did show you guys. Okay. It's nice. It's nice. Very, very, very cool. So, anyways, I hope you guys are excited, just as excited as I am. So, the whole board project turned out very cool so far, and I'm pumped to see the next iteration of it. When can I get my prototype? Oh shit, the feet are kind of bent out of shape here. Costco as a Canada vendor? That'd be interesting. There's pricing. It's not final, but like we have an idea of what it's probably going to cost, and it's going to be around $450. As you guys can see, machining that weight is not cheap.
How does this not take all those thoughts away? We are all foaming at the mouth for this board, and you vendoring it for us.
We'll see. We'll see about me vendoring it. But yeah, it's not cheap, unfortunately. There's no way we can make that cheap without cutting corners, and that's not something that we wanted to do with the project. So it's we had to make a really hard decision, being like, okay, do we want this to be very, very affordable?
Alex, if you were a keyboard bottom, you'd be the Manta's bottom because you look so good.
Who did that? Sumo. Thank you so much for the 5, bro. I appreciate it. And saying I look that good? Damn. Colors aren't finalized yet. God, this board is also extremely pretty, by the way. This board is really something else, too. Okay, I'm going to put the feet on first. You know, there's been a lot of asks about red, so I think me and Bull have to have a conversation about red. Like, it's not just been you and Elquan asking for red. I feel like it's been more than 2 people. If I do not eat for 45 days, I can afford it. Oh, wait, these are not the feet. These are the feet. The people know what they want. Allowed 4 people? Yeah, it's actually 5 people who want red. Real bad. Boom. First foot down. I'm a little worried about this foot. Should be fine, though. This board was a crazy ride. I think it was 2+ years to fulfill. Was it that long? Again, I didn't really look into this board all that much when it came out. It was really pretty, but I had other expenses at the time. And right now, I think the board that's on my to-get list is probably the Cloudline, the new one. I really like the way it looks. I took some photos of it today, and I was like over the moon with how it looked. And I'm like, yeah, this might be one of the boards I need to pick up. Are you going to make some of the mantas a chase board and sign the inside? If I am the vendor, I will do that. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't really work because there'll be multiple vendors. I don't know is the answer. But I also don't want there to be like value assigned to a board like that either. I know it'd be cool, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings on that. Maybe I have to think about that more. Interesting. What's all this in the inside here? Oh, this is... Need to tighten this case up. I don't know what all this text is here. All right. Let's just start doing the PCB. I'll get this plate out afterwards since we're using polycarbonate anyways. Print screen your signature on the inside. I wonder how I would do that though. Did I get a Cloudline? No, JJW was kind enough to offer me a spot if I wanted it. Just because he's just very nice that way and said, you know what, if you need one, I can get you one. Just because my head has been not on earth the last like 2 or 3 days. So I have the option. I just need to pull the trigger on it. That's all. Your sticker is all that I need. No pressure on signing. I'll do stickers for the Canada ones. Maybe I'll send stickers to Bowl too. I know the other vendors. Do I have to remove this? I do. Took a couple of years because one of the designers, Lewis, decided to dip before shipping and another vendor had to step in and pay for the shipping and stuff. I don't get people, man. I was literally having this discussion with some friends about an old designer that screwed me over and many other people over. Basically, I had sold them... Back in the day, I used to do a few desk pad designs because I really liked drawing and I really liked doing like abstract art. And there were nothing like special, but I sold some of the designs to a vendor who really wanted to vendor them. And they bought a whole bunch and they had owed me commission on all of them. And it was a lot of money because they bought a crap ton during COVID and they sold it on Amazon and I got $0 from that. And then they ran away. Like they also like ran like a little GMK group buy and then that never was paid out. So, I mean, they're done. Evo, they're completely shut down now. They are no longer a vendor. Yikes. Yeah. I just don't get people. Like, I get the greed. Like, I understand that to a certain degree, but like, I also don't, you know? Oh, this was many years ago, Rock. What the hell? Why can't I? Oh, it's stapled. That's why. What stabs are these? Interesting stabilizers. I also, like... Greed's interesting, right? Greed leads people to do some crazy things. Oh, these are cherry clip-ins. Greed is a wild emotion, and I feel like it kind of blinds you a lot. Cherry plus Geon wires. Are those Geon? I mean, that makes sense. They look like Geon. Oh yeah, it says Geon wires on them. But greed's crazy. Boney, get that checked out. Make sure you're okay. Unreleased Alex hand-drawn desk bat is not the lore I was expecting today. Oh no, people bought them. They listed them on Amazon. So the company that ripped me off listed... Okay, here's what all I know. They agreed to buy like... Dude, they bought a lot of desk pads. And they bought so many to the point where like... They're like, you're going to get a really big payout if we sell all of them. And I asked how many. And they told me, I think they said out of 2 or 3 designs, they said 1,000 desk pads, which is a lot. And I was like, cool. And it was supposed to be like $4 or $5 Canadian commission per one that sold. And I was like, that is really awesome. They listed them on Amazon. The thing is, I know for a fact there was more than 1,000. So on top of me not getting paid, they bought extra stock and like lied to me. And then when it came, like when everything sold through, you know, I messaged them being like, can I get paid out for this? And I never got paid. So unfortunately, that is what happened. Slimy, yeah. By the way, we're doing 1 because we're being split backspace. 1, 2, and 3. So we don't need a lot of stabs for this. Also, give me 1 sec, guys. I think Amazon just dropped something off and it's wet outside. So just give me like 1 moment while I go pick that up. Whew. So many unprofessional vendors. I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, that was my first foray into making sure, like, I sell designs or whatever. It really was like a lesson learned, but a very expensive lesson learned and a very sad lesson learned. It also made me realize that I want to better pick and choose like what projects I make. That's why I've only done like 3 projects in the last like 3 or 4 years. I'm not like releasing projects left, right, and center. Lesson learned. My bad for copying you. What do you mean, FIFA? You copied me? Oh wait, I need the other parts of this. Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't know what I was doing 4 or 5 years ago, Big Boss. I still don't really understand social media stuff, but it's a learning lesson, the whole thing. Is the frog TKL still a good board? I'm like not into the frog much, but some people really like the frog TKL. I still think the bottom row of the frog is kind of like not my jam, but it's personal preference. 7U, step caps, split backspace. Okay, we're doing that. Let me make sure that is up there. You are a social media pro? I don't know about that one, my guy. Let's get my lubricant out. AI kind of changed the deathmatch game. Oh, dude. Dude, Etsy is not it anymore. I don't know if anyone here is still on Etsy, but like, Etsy is just... Let me tell you guys, 90% of Etsy now is not handmade stuff. Etsy is total trash tier now. So, Master, you can email me or Discord. I think emailing is probably better just because I'll get to you faster with an email. But I would say whatever is easiest, eventually though, by the end of the day, I'll get back to you. What replaces it though? Honestly, I have no idea what replaces Etsy. Etsy is so bad now. I have no idea what replaces it though. eBay's actually not as bad as it once was. I feel like at one point eBay was kind of poo, and now it's like pretty decent. For creating a board like the Manta, do you have any sense of sound profile before the prototype is made? Well, the Manta is done with a idea in mind, similar to like the Oku, where the Oku kind of has like sound ports on the bottom. We wanted to make the keyboard as dense as possible. You know, with just we wanted to make it okay. We have this really good base layer, but we kind of wanted to make these like columns that kind of come down and melt into this Manta fin, and then also kind of create its own chamber of sound underneath. And we're hoping that can help amplify and shape some of the sound outwards. So we don't know how it's going to sound. And we're hoping that it sounds good. That is literally it, dude. That is our basis of what we thought of. And we thought it'd be a cool design as well. So we have to see. Did Manta pricing get announced yet? All the info's on my website. I think now I'm second guessing myself. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I think it was about $450 to start. There might be a cheaper version, maybe like by a few dollars, but I still think it's going to be around $450. Unfortunately, again, with the route that we took for all this stuff, oh dude, I have to sneeze. There's no cheaper option that we could think of that was sustainable. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that needs to go into pricing decisions that I think people don't think about. So any sub $100 versions, maybe one made of cardboard. I can get you a cardboard one. Sustainable. I like that a lot. Dude. Quick question. How many sonnets have you built so far? I have built I think sonnets are probably the most built board in the stream. And I have never noticed, other than the lattice blocks being kind of finicky on some of them, the quality of the anno and the metal has been phenomenal. But, I mean, it's just kind of random with the lattice blocks. Sometimes they fit really well. Sometimes there's kind of a little pressure you need to put in them. But they've been great. I've had no problem. Dude, yeah, I gotta tell you guys a story. Last night, we were eating food and we were really wanting to eat these Taiwanese fried chicken things that we bought. And they're like, a frozen pack. And we open it up and it comes with like a little flavor pouch, which we didn't realize, like a little seasoning pouch. And I opened it up, I ripped it open, and we put it in a bowl and we're going to shake them, right? I poured it, and all the room just filled with like a pepper. Dude, we basically like pepper sprayed ourselves. We could not breathe. It's my first time ever doing that. Like opening this like particular food. We could not breathe. We were both sitting there, like my eyes were watering. I was coughing, all to eat some fucking chicken nuggets. And even this morning when I woke up to go to the kitchen and make coffee, it just smells like pepper. But the thing is, we didn't even eat them all because we were so like, our sinuses were so fucked from last night. So I just warmed some of them up before our stream. And even just moving them from like point A to point B, like kicked up some of the pepper again. And oh my God, dude, it was like, I was just sneezing. I can smell it still. Like it's just in the air. It's crazy. I mean, it wasn't like a bad thing, Dream, because they were tasty, but like, oh my God. Nuclear nuggets? Dude, it was awful. Do you think we can make a market Alex branded seasoning pouch? What would be in there? You guys can make all the jokes you want. What's in the Alex branded seasoning pouch? Nuclear. Leave me alone, Avo. It wasn't spicy, but it was just like, oh my God. Wouldn't that just be salt and pepper? Maybe just salt. A Nixie? Damn. Shredded switches? Damn. Is pepper too spicy? Pepper Actually, Oquan, I'm going to say this about myself. I'm very good with spice. To a degree. The only thing that fucked me up over the last, like, God knows how long of eating food, 33 years of eating food, is that one time I had the 2-time spicy noodle. And I think that wasn't even a spice thing. That was just a nasty taste. I did not like the taste of it. That is the only thing that really fucked me up for spices. Milky yellow powder. It's like butter powder. Salt and pepper, seasoning for Dutch people. Maybe Alex is secretly Dutch. I could be. Maybe. Who knows? Damn, a morning stream? Didn't even see the noti? What's up, Thoughtfather? How you doing, man? 33 years eating food, including the baby diet? Yes, including that. Morgan J does have German roots. I'm too nervous to go do one of those, like, test things. Probably some PTFE powder. That does not sound healthy at all. When is the Manta GB? I don't have an answer for you guys yet. We're hoping summertime. We need to go through some making sure we like the board first. Because, like, to tell you guys the truth, if we get these boards in, if me and Bowl get them in and we're like, these fucking suck, I don't even think the next step will be like, let's readjust things. I think it just might be calling it a wash. So we need to see if we like them first. If I don't like them, and I'm going to build it for the first time with you guys as well, then oh no, but we'll see. I don't know. We shall see. No matter what's in the seasoning, we can guarantee that the packaging will be bent and won't stand up straight on a shelf. It's a good guarantee. I heard you mention PTFE coating was popular in Korea. Couldn't find any real info on them. Don't look up PTFE coating. Look up just dry lubing. Like dry lube. See if you can find any of that in like forums. Wouldn't it be an unlimited GB or in stock eventually? I think that we want to do right now is unlimited GB. Because we don't know color combos people want, and we don't want to like order colors that nobody wants and just have them sit on a shelf. That's just not good. So we're probably gonna do unlimited, but then eventually for extras, just have like tons of extras in stock. So, will there be blue? It's a great question. I'm not too sure. Colors are still, I don't think, fully decided by the two of us. We'll let you guys know. We haven't. To be honest with you guys, like, we have a semblance of what we want to do, but we want to just make sure we like the board first before we spend more time thinking about that. So I guess from a very hopeful spot is, yes, it'll be unlimited. We'll have in stock afterwards, but we'll see. And hopefully you guys understand that. Who knows? Will there be an Ultem piss color? No, we're not doing any Ultem colors. Ultem, whatever it's pronounced. Nothing like that. Ultem is cool though. It is really cool material. But nothing like that. Is that keycap set by design or handmade? That is by design. That is redacted. GMK redacted. If you're comfortable answering, what costs are we talking when protos are made? So, I am very comfortable talking about this. I hope Bull is okay with me. I think we've mentioned this already. So, number one thing you have to think about when getting into this, right, is your investment of time. For some reason, it seems like a lot of people, when they get into criticizing things, forget that this exists. But for the sake of, let's just call it what it is, let's just pretend that cost is zero, okay? So let's say that your investment of time designing something is $0. By the way, that's not true, just so everyone understands. You do have a cost, like whether it's, it takes you a month and you have to spend lots of time on this, like there's an overhead cost to doing things. But let's just say for the sake of talking, that's $0. Well, getting the prototypes made for 6 of them, I think it was 5 or 6 of them, was $6,000 US. Once those come in, so right there we have $6,000. we have to worry about sourcing other things like boxes, someone designing the PCB. So unless you're doing that yourself too, there's cost to those. I don't remember all the costs to all these things. But essentially, at the end of the day, whatever the cost of the board is depends on the design. Let's just say the board costs from the factory without factoring in your prototyping fees. They're quoting you based on a 300 MOQ. Let's just make up a number here. Let's just say it costs you $250 for a decently complex board. The Manta is a little bit more. I don't remember the exact number. But then you also have to factor in vendors. Vendors need a cost. All right, vendors need a cost. You have to factor in the cost of the PCB. You have to factor in the cost of any sort of materials you need, like hard shells or cardboard, which adds up. Vendors, like I said, need to make some money. So that's already, they have to make like, a decent margin on those things too, or else it becomes non-sustainable. So right then and there, yeah, and not even include marketing, again, not including the $6,000 meant for prototyping. Right then and there, you might be all the way up to $330. Then you have to think, okay, now the designer, because this is really more up to the designer in my humble opinion. The designer needs to figure out if there are problems with this board, how do we sustain customer service? And I feel like this is such a fucking crucial step. And I'm sorry for cursing here, but like, this is such a crucial step that so many people like forget about. And like, I don't know. I don't know if people will criticize this, but the last thing you want to do is put yourself in a position as a brand or a company where you can't sustain customer service and then everyone gets upset and everyone has shitty things. So you have to figure out, okay, how do we sustain ourselves if we have 5% of these units become terrible? So you have to put a cost in for that too. And that money goes as a reserve. And, if all goes well, yeah, you can consider that some profit, but you have to put that as like some sort of reserve, which we did. Yeah, or you're going to have really bad situations where you just can't afford to like help people out, which we don't want to do. So now you're going to put in the $6,000 of prototyping you did over let's just say 300 units, because that's kind of what we're thinking we might do. And next thing you know, the board is at like $380 per. Well, then you have to figure out, okay, now how much money do you want to put like as a profit and split it amongst designers? And like, now you have to figure out what was my time worth? And that's kind of where it is. But again, even within that profit itself, you have to figure out, okay, well, some of this might actually have to go back into marketing now. So now you have to budget for that too. So there's a lot of steps that I feel like don't get talked about a lot when it comes to keyboards and stuff like that too. Like, one of the biggest things I see in the keyboard world when reviewers look at stuff is just like the raw cost of materials. And it's just not feasible. I don't even think it's responsible to look at just the raw cost of materials anymore. Like, you have to look at more things. And unfortunately, we all don't have a price sheet in front of us. So, it's crazy. It's a whole business. You start and finish on a project basis per GB. Yeah, I agree with that. It is literally a full like study you have to do per unit, per project. So there's also the CNC and how complex the curves are. Yeah, I mean, complexity of machining is one thing, which, again, I feel like we do a decent job talking about here, but no, prototypes are probably just going to be used for marketing, like sent around. So I don't expect those to stay in good condition, but no plans to sell them. I can build half of these boards at home. I'll just pick up my aluminum and then build them into here, hammer and chisel. Do you think this is the most excited project I would say that I'm very excited for this. Like, we put a lot of time into this. And like I said, there's a lot of... Oh, sorry, I meant to do a 7U spacebar here. There's a lot of nerves that I think go along with this as well. And I'm not trying to justify anything that I do just so everyone's aware. And like, I'm not trying to be like, I'm the best, but I don't, the last thing I want to do is just pump out projects. And like, I want them to have some sort of meaning to me. And like, I have to really like the thing that I'm doing. I also feel like a little bit irresponsible just pumping out projects. So this has been something that, you know, this is my first ever collaboration like this with Bowl, and just first ever foray into doing something like this too. So no, there's no specific sound signature we're like aiming for. We're just hopeful to see sound good, hopefully. Sales volumes are relatively low compared to big manufacturers. You'll never be able to compete with the price front. Yeah, I'm sure if we had 10,000 units, it'd be, you know, crazy. Alex, you are best Alex after Simon. Simon, thanks, man. Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate that, dude. Simon getting number 1. I can't wait for an Alex keycap set. I don't know if I'll do one of those anytime soon. Yeah, Luther, we're doing one. I showed it off a little earlier. No, this will be a through Bowl. Bowl will be the vendor here. What you drinking? Bubbly. I think this is lime. Honestly, I grabbed this thinking it was the apple flavor because I am a sucker for anything green apple. But bubbly's always on sale, and it kind of beats buying sodas, like sugary soda drinks. So this has been like my go-to. I don't know. I've been liking them. Dude, green apple's so good. For real, I watched the VOD, I have to say, yeah, for sure, Luther. Didn't Michael Bublé do a collaboration with them? Flat water? Don't get me wrong, I like regular schmegular water too, but the carbonation's nice. I do like me some carbonation. Actually, you know what? Am I doing split right shift on this? I don't know if the owner's in chat right now, but maybe I'll just email them really quick. It wasn't on their build sheet. So let me actually just quickly email them right now. I have a similar question. What do you think about revisiting previous designs? After coming back to the hobby, I feel like even legendary designs are rarely released. That's such a tough thing to do, unfortunately. Like, one second, guys. Split right. So nice.
Hi, meow.
Hi, see you. How you doing? Thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate the 2 months. So releasing old designs is tough because unfortunately the designer has to want to release those things. Sometimes designers don't. It's not up to the community in some cases. But I think that kind of makes the hobby kind of cool too, in its own way, its own certain way. Sorta. Been using my Keycult Zero for the past week with your switches. Honestly, such a great sounding board. Thank you, Way Too Lucky. Yeah, I saw that this morning ad. So sorry I couldn't get to you yesterday, but 100% I'm going to take a look and answer you. I started writing a little bit to it, but I had more to say, and streaming was, you know, popping up very, very quickly, so I kind of took a pause. I mean, yeah, redesigning works. Stuff inspired by other things works, but this hobby sometimes has a weird relationship with even that. But then again, there are some people who just flat out copy other people as well, and don't have any remorse for doing so. So, I don't know. This hobby is a little bit weird for that sometimes, but I think it's just more than the hobby. It's just people are weird for that. Yeah, OP1. Dude, everyone's been commenting on this mouse. I've never felt more validated about a decision about getting something ever in my entire life. Like, literally, I don't think I ever have been. Everyone's been so nice about this mouse. I don't know why. It's the craziest feeling, bro. Like, I thought I would put this on the desk and no one would ever notice. And I just, like, have a mouse here. But everyone's been so into this. It's so good, dude. It's so good. I'm not using a PC. I'm using a Mac. The PCB is flashbanging me. Oh, this guy? I'm sorry. Is it really red? That's my B. Okay, split right shift. Okay. Oh yeah, Bushido, I got it. I got it. Sorry, I didn't see you were in chat too, Bushido. Are you gonna tape the flex cut on the PCB? No, there's no need to. One single flex cut like this shouldn't affect much sound at all. Actually, Bushido, really quick question. Do you want the spacebar to be mil-maxed? It's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. It doesn't cost me anything to do it for you. Just, well, it might, I don't know. But it's not going to cost you anything. Just if you want it, just so we have it mil-maxed. I kind of like doing it on my boards these days. That way there I can kind of change the one key that I feel like makes such a big difference. So, this is a 1.6. Yeah, it's 1.6. Mil-maxed is basically, this is a solder PCB, and it'll essentially make the spacebar hot swappable. So there'll be no need for Bushido to swap in and out like by desoldering or like anything like that for the spacebar. You can technically remove mil-max sockets, yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, the spacebar is usually like the most swapped out switch, I feel, so I'll leave it up to Bushido though. Actually, I'm gonna get a plate fork for this. Plate fork time. But yeah, you can remove them. They're just kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, you were wearing my merch yesterday and then proceeded to talk to a few people about the hobby for like 20 minutes? Damn, nobody ever comes up to me when I'm wearing my own merch. I wish people would come up to me and talk to me about keyboards. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes like, I think we've talked about this sometimes, but sometimes when I do meet random people and like I'm talking, and they're not into keyboards. Dude, sometimes I kind of go on and on about keyboard stuff and I feel bad, but also like I'm pretty passionate about it and I feel like I'm talking too much. So I get a little self-conscious about that, I guess. Everyone's friendly. I was also playing yesterday. I mean, that's awesome, dude. What is this thing? What do you mean, Gantus? This thing? Don't people dim your spark? I know. It's a self criticism thing, I guess. It's called a plate fork. It allows us to insert switches into flexible plates, especially when you're not using foam. Oh, my camera's so dim again. Why is this camera dimming? Oh, that's weird. But it allows us to put in switches without having to worry about the plate kind of sinking down. So it happened the other day when I was wearing your hoodie. I went on a rant on custom keyboards are awesome, and I was wearing the hoodie, and then people thought I was a dude. It is. You know what? People need to chill out with what they think about other people. You know. I don't talk about it with anyone because I'm ashamed of revealing prices. I'm actually not ashamed about that because you know what? I always do this now. My go-to, like when I'm talking about like, I just seen the board. Thank you, Luther.
OMG, I just seen the board. You are too dope, man. Love it and congrats.
Thanks, Luther. Appreciate you, man. So, dude, whenever people bring up pricing to me now, like, okay, I was talking to a really old friend like a month ago about keyboard stuff, and he plays hockey. And he's like, oh, I would never spend $350 on a keyboard. And I was like, yeah, I would never spend $550 on a stick to hit a puck around. Like, and he kind of looked at me funny and he's just like, okay, I see what you did there. I'm like, yeah, it's just like, your argument's stupid. Like, just because I like something and want to spend my money, you know, I can flip that around on you, you know? And he's like, yeah, I go what you say. Like, we're old friends, so it didn't really matter. Like, we were just joking around. So, still, it's just like, why bother at that point, you know? Argument is stupid? Yeah. I was frustrated with my PC plate sticking to my current build. Oh, Gantis, 100% pick up one of these, bro. Or if you have a 3D printer, you can 3D print your own. Now he's using a keyboard as a hockey stick? He better be. Why does everyone in their late 20s look so much more refined? Everyone just goes on this insane glow-up arc. What made you bring up this? I'm curious, you. I feel like it's weird. Age can do that. Age will make you distinguished in a lot of ways if you accept aging. And I don't know. I feel like it's different per person, but I guess my viewpoint on it is You look refined. Oh, thank you very much. He is refined. Thank you, guys. Alex doesn't... I look like a teenager. I mean, some people would kill for that, though. Way too lucky. Some people would absolutely love that. Why do you look like you're in your mid-20s? I won't lie. 33 is old? I mean, perspective, I suppose. People are like wine. As you age, you become more refined in a lot of people's opinion, including my own. TLR. I'm like fine wine. God damn, you guys are way too kind to me right now. My glow up was literally being able to grow a beard. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, okay? Let me just like be 100 with you guys. If I had to shave today, for whatever reason, if I was like forced to shave, like someone put me at gunpoint and was like, you have to shave your beard, you guys would all be regretting what you guys just said to me right now. You guys would literally all say, okay, Alex is no longer refined looking. You look 12. You guys would all say that. So, just remember that. My ability to hide that imperfection is under this beard. It will happen to you eventually. No, I'm never shaving. There's nothing anyone can do. Should be the final subathon goal. Gosh, we did that one time. It was during, I don't know, it was like 3 or 4. Whenever we do our giveaways, sometimes I add like a random one towards the end, and yeah, you guys didn't let me hit it. But I was really grateful, actually. Wife has never known me without a beard, so no shaving here either. Yeah, like, dude, Rock. I get you there, bro. Like, what happened? I guess I don't know about you, bro, but like, I have this fear. If I shave, the people around me who know me only with a beard will look at me different. And it's like totally a personal thing, but Jay, I would end up in a divorce, dude. Literally, dude, I'm telling you, like, it ain't it. It just ain't it. I have that fear too. It's a weird fear. I've literally like had sweats about this because sometimes my girlfriend will be like, she'd be like, before we get married or before we die, I need to see you shaved. And I'm like, I actually think that will be the day that you might just have a heart attack looking at me. So I'd rather just not do that. And let's just not keep that like on the table. Let's just forget that I have to shave ever. So that is my fear, to be honest. Just live to be 150 then? Let me tell you a story. When my daughter was 2 years old, I shaved for the first time in forever. When she saw me, she cried all day asking where daddy is. I've seen videos like that on the internet. So, I get you, dude. It's a weird fear, man. It's a legit thing. Like, I just don't want to change this. I just like it like this, and that's how everyone knows me. Happened at work. I got constantly told to never shave again because they just aren't used to me without a beard. Oh, shit. So for retire stream is shaved baby face plus male underwear tier list. Maybe. Definitely I will always have some stubble forever. Yeah. Alex will do the province tier list before he considers shaving. I think if I were to ever do the province tier list, I would have to visit all the provinces first, you know. When I was a kid, my dad was balding, and he decided to just buzz it all off, and everyone was making fun of him laughing, not Young Scrubs. Young Scrubs decided to shave his head so my dad wouldn't shave. Aww, that is really kind of you. I mean, that is... How young were you? Like, what age were you thinking of that? That is a very, like, insanely kind thing to do. I'm Asian, I'll be naked in the face until I die. I feel like different cultures have different face shapes as well that, like, just... Like, for example, in my family, I feel like all the guys have beards because our face shape's a little bit slimmer in some regard, and it just kind of fills our face out a little bit more. So, I don't know, I feel like it's just different. Like, some people, like, their whole lineage, their whole family line just look amazing without beards, you know? So... Same in my family, but I can't grow one. Total bullshit. Mine doesn't even grow in, like, perfect, though. So I don't have, like, a perfect beard. It's just, like, it's good enough. Jollibees? I wish there was one near me. Honestly, Ad, I wish there was. We actually, when was it? A few weeks ago, we picked up food and then we brought it home. And that was like the first time we'd done it in a long time. And honestly, I kind of hate bringing takeout home because it was so soggy by the time we got home, and it just was not good tasting. Like, we still ate it because like we needed to eat it, but a big beard before he had me for years. He shaved it off and went to visit my mom. She didn't even notice. Interesting. Like, she didn't want to notice, or like was she just being nice? Takeout's pretty meh experience. It's also mad expensive, dude. We story about this really quick while we pop in the rest of this. We've been trying this new... Remember we had this big discussion a few weeks ago? I don't know if you guys remember this, but we were talking about like how it's so good to like write down your finances on pieces of paper. Well, we had never been doing line by line. We were just like money at start of month, money at end of month. And kind of, we had like a rough estimate of where things were going. But for the last 2 months, we've been doing line by line. And it was very enlightening. Also, I figured out that I was paying... Oh my god, dude. Did I tell you guys I was figuring out that I was paying for like a subscription that I just didn't know I had subscribed? It was only like $4.99. But it was running for like 8 months. And I never used the service. So, found out that. But we looked at some of the takeout prices. And like, for the most part, on most months, we're like at around $200 to $200. $200 to $250 for takeout. But there was a month where we ran into just a lot of stuff that we needed to do takeout. And $4.99 is like $4.99. And that month there, where we got really busy and just like things were going on family-wise, and dude, we were at like $500 to $600, and we kind of looked at each other and we're like, we need to be very responsible, because that's a lot of money. Mind you, again, we're usually pretty good. But like, for example, this month, we've been at $0. We are trying to keep that in check. No takeout. If I have to tell you, me and my wife got chosen for like the USA financial census, and the lady asked us to write down our finances in a booklet for 2 weeks. I mean, you might be pleasantly surprised. So I feel this, but also my wife is pregnant and won't eat anything home cooked. Sometimes you have to, and I'm there for that. Like, we didn't beat ourselves up over it personally, Rock. And you shouldn't either. Like, if your wife's pregnant right now and she wants to eat that, like, do the best you can. But, you know, when we looked at it, we're like, okay, we should be more responsible. Also, I don't know, did Bushido mention if you wanted this to be mil-maxed? Bushido, are you there? If not, I'll email you again and bother you there. Did you want this to be mil-maxed, Bushido? I guess I can just wait until the end here to decide for that one. Yes, please? Got you, dude. Mil-maxing is the best. No, we're not using Bushido for Bushido today. Although that would have been funny. I don't think Bushido sent over keycaps, actually. I don't even have Bushido, do I? Just never look at finances. I love being blissfully unaware. You know, old me, many years ago, would have been like, yeah, fuck yeah, bro. But unfortunately, it sneaks up on you. You gotta be a little aware. I don't have Hamon. I wish I did. No Bushido for Bushido. No Dolce for Dolce. And it. What are you trying to say right now, dude? Are you upset with me, Annette? Please don't be upset with me. Today's not the day. I don't need you to be upset with me. Where's my tweezers? Oh, there. Panels? Oh, you got a raise at work? Congrats, Tony. That is awesome. That's always a good feeling. And it is always upset. And it's actually... He's pretty nice off stream, but on stream, he's a menace. That guy, you know? He is indeed a bit of a menace. Okay. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Ugh. Wait, Alex, do you have like a job, or do you just do keywords full time? Technically, Technically, the answer is yes. I do keyboards, but I guess when you go into detail, like it's not just keyboards. I also do like social media stuff for novel keys. Yeah, essentially, it's like 8 or 9 mini jobs under the title of I do keyboards for a living. So it's not just one thing, unfortunately. I wish it was just streaming, but it's very tough to get streaming to be your only thing. Extremely tough. Okay. 10 is putting it nicely, to some degree. Zoom in a little bit here. Oop, there we go. Okay, let's do some soldering. And my solder. Alex is an only feet model. Huh? 2? Okay. Perfect. So let's just make sure this is hot swappable. It is beautiful. Hot swap sockets installed there. By the way, I would not recommend leaving the switch in when you're doing Mil-Max sockets unless you have a lot of experience. Even then, probably don't. That is like asking for a world of trouble. This board is for Bushido. I mean, it's Bushido's board, so unfortunately I couldn't stream for Bushido yesterday. I felt really bad, actually. But I had a lot of stuff that popped up that I need to take care of. Alex, I fixed the Zenith Z150 on the weekend. Type's so good. I'm happy for you, man. That is a good feeling to fix something up. It's fine. I only got 2 switches stuck in Mil-Max sockets the first time. They're a pain in the butt to get out, aren't they? Switches bent. Sometimes they can be an absolute pain to fix up. I got my keep stands from Bo. He made me a red one for my Bauer Light. Or my Bauer 2, rather. Oh, did you put pictures in the Discord? Just gonna focus up on doing this. Desoldered my Salvation on Saturday. Got to harvest the MX Blacks for something else. Ooh, what's the other project? I have a feeling I know what it is, Annette, but I kind of want you to tell me. Was it the one you were messaging me about? Why harvest them when you can just buy more? Honest, dude. Let's go to Geon and buy like 450. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. You can never have too many. I don't disagree. Oh, by the way, I don't think I told you guys. We're going to be streaming again at 7 p.m. today, too. So if you guys want to watch later today, too, we're going to be doing a Neo 75. We're going to be using some tactile switches for that. I think we're doing a foamy build. Double stream today, yeah. There are more MX2A switches for blue, silver, and even Nixies. Yeah, MX2A is just the new mold. So I believe all of Cherry stuff's eventually getting swapped into that. When it comes to red versus like black, though, it's just spring weight that's the big difference, though. Like, thing is, I would just buy in what color aesthetic you want for those particular linear ones. Don't forget MX oranges. Yeah, dude, the oranges are kind of expensive, though. The few times I've looked at oranges, they're kind of pricey. I like the spring weight of oranges. I don't mind the spring weight of oranges, but they're still cherry springs, and for some reason they're bad. Hold on a second, guys. I just remembered something. Did you guys see Anit's post of his cherry switches? Was it Anit? Was it you posting that, or was it Adam? I don't even remember now. It was yours, right? Dude. It was. It's funny that you said that word, Ben, and I was literally about to say the same thing. They were abysmal. Like, they were terrible. And can you put that back in the Discord? Like, can you put it back in general chat or, like, tag the old post or whatever? They were so bad, dude. The worst I've ever seen. Kind of want to show them. I don't know what's with Cherry, but I still love their switches so much, but goddamn, dude. Their stock lube is... It's something else, man. They need to, like, fix their machines for that or something. Cherry lube is terrible. It's... Let me see, did Annette put it there? Okay, I'm waiting for Annette to put it in chat. I don't know which chat he's going to put it in, but... And then once he does, I'm going to show you guys on stream here. I mean, you can clean them, but it's still, like, crazy that that's how it ships from the factory. Hell, the ones Annette had, I don't know if I would have bothered to clean. Some workers just sprinkle the lube on and off. I know. Okay, here. So, pause for a second. Let me share the screen here for a moment. One second, guys. 1 second. So, this is one of many because Annette ended up sending so many photos. But this is literally one of many cherry switches that he sent. Like, he showed us. Like, at that point, I would assume that he got lubricant and he just happened to find switches in it. So, that is awful. Like, there's no reason. It looks like snow is in the fucking switch. But he literally sent us photos of, like, how many? 9 or something? Did you send 6 or 9? Something like that in it? And I've also seen them that bad. Like, no, okay, I've seen them half that bad. Never that bad, but they've been pretty bad in some cases. But that's probably the worst I've ever seen. So, I opened all 70 of them. Were they all like that in it? Or was it just some of them? Like, that is terrible. Cherry smuggling cocaine. I don't know, dude. Like 10? Okay. If you go to Annette's chat history, you can see the rest in Discord there. Do you want some switches with your lube? Wet ass MX Blacks? Yeah, that's... We over here complaining about getting free switches with our cherry lube. Insane customers these days. Thing is, did you even try to clean them, or are you just not going to bother? I don't even know if I would attempt to clean those. That just seems like a giant pain in the ass. Alex, is it bad that it kind of missed me when you whip out the razor puller? Wait, why does it miff you? I'm so curious as to why. It's a keycap puller. I think it's my only non-bent one right now, too. Dude, I'm kind of hungry right now, I'm not gonna lie. And I had those chicken nuggets for lunch, too. Let me see. Is there another... Why did I get a bunch of notifications here? I don't know. What'd you get, Gargle? Bent? Yeah, some of them are broken. I can get a hold of Mode. They can send you some. No, I'm okay. I'm good. Thank you so much, though. Thank you. I'm A-okay. I'm actually thirsty as fuck right now. I got some TX pullers and I'm not impressed. I just like them. Which ones are the TX pullers? As someone who min-maxes their build by always modding switches by hand, I can't stand how everything is factory lube now. Yeah, there's been some very bad cases of factory lube on certain brands. Like, Gatoron is still a very mixed bag for me. For the most part, I like what HMX is doing, for the most part. There are still some, like, inconsistencies in my switches. SWK is okay. Again, I'm just like, SWK, I like their switches a lot. But for some reason, out of all the brands, SWK just kind of feels like very, like, alright, this is just how all the switches feel. So I don't really buy SWK stuff anymore. Cherry's abysmal. I don't think Cherry's good at doing factory lube. I like the Prism switch puller on Canon keys. I don't think I've taken a look at that one there. I like Alexotos factory lube. Hopefully they turn out good, the ones we did with Type Plus. Last good SWK was their neons. The Ghost Dragons were seriously different, to be honest. Really? I have them in a board, and I compared them to some of the other SWKs that I have, and they kind of just, like, I don't know, maybe it's just my ears, but I kind of just felt like they were same, which is not a bad thing. Like, they're still good switches. But they're just like a louder, clackier kind of switch, and which is fine. But a little, like, for me, SWK is nice. Leans a bit more on the plasticky sound. And I prefer the more fuller sound of switches. Which is totally fine. Everyone has different preferences and stuff like that. I sent a pic of the TX pullers in general. Give me one moment. Hot take, the hobby will be even more boring if every switch is had lube and perfect lube. Lubing switches is satisfying. Well, plus everyone likes different amounts. And I think that's also something we all kind of forget about sometimes too, is like some people go a little heavier lubing their switches, while some people like no lube at all. I got some of those in, by the way, Zykos. I think. Hold on, let me look at the list of switches they sent. They're here. One of these bags has them. Not this one. Not this one. God damn it. Oh my god, none of these? I've got some switches from Unikeys in, but... Here. I'm excited to use these. I don't know what I'm going to put them on right now, but I have a few projects coming up that I kind of want to put them in. Those are those HMX Sonyas or whatever you want to pronounce them. They're interesting. They've been kind of like a fan favorite of a lot of people so far. Like, people have been kind of going crazy for them because they're like an HMX switch with a bit of a scratch. Omega, that should be in the next, like, depending on if they're going to do sea or air, hopefully soon. I don't have a date for you, but soon-ish. Oh, I need one of these switches still. Sounds good, Zany. I'll take a look after this. What an honor. I have 5 or so of the 100 missing lube entirely. They're so consistent. To be honest, the only reason we even did the Obscuras with lube was because it uses 205, and I just figured... My thought process when Mode asked me was like, do you want them dry? Because they knew I liked lubing my own switches. I was inspecting a whole bunch of the Obscuras that I had, and I'm like, you know what? Just put the lube on it, and people can move it around. Because I always said I recommend lubing them. But I did find it to be inconsistent. Like, it was not... Like, the whole point of those switches was to not have, like... In fact, apparently people like them dry, but... it was just so people get, like, basically free lube. It didn't cost us anything extra. So, or cost the customer anything extra. So I was like, yeah, just put it on and people can move it around. But yeah, I don't disagree with you, Wobbly. The lubricant from that factory was like, all right. All right. Well, I don't know why I did that for. It's all soldered in, but let's take this apart. No, the obscures are not that heavy, to be honest, in the lube. They're pretty light, but it's enough that you can move it around if you so feel the need to. Well, this is a crazy good looking board, by the way. Like, look at this side profile, too. So pretty. Pen pop? That's a great question. Here it is. I would say they do change a lot. Because even the original obscures, like the all black ones versus the ones that I helped with, are literally just a custom spring inside. And that kind of even just changed the whole switch, so. Dude, Satisfactory, I am so scared to get into that game, punk. Don't even get me started on my fear of getting addicted to that game. I have a few friends who also share the same passion of roguelikes. And I have been so nervous to try that game out because I know that I'm just going to fall head over heels for it. Where is the right bit for this? This one. No, man, I don't know. It's on sale. Oh, God, what are you guys doing to me right now? Let's take off the Toblerone first here. Actually, I'll do this. Put the screws on top here. So they're different lengths. Why are they so special? I mean, I personally just thought they were deeper sounding linears, like a long pull linear, and I really appreciated about those. I also just couldn't find a good way to replicate them, so that's why when I asked Mode, I'm just like, can we make our own colors of these? Because I really liked the all black obscures. I just hated the stock springs. And yeah, I don't think there's anything like inherently special about them. I just think they are solid switches for what they are. Maybe the mix in them is really good. I feel like they have a springy linear sound. I don't have any other that compare. Yeah, it's weird. Like, they're so good for that
I made
reason.
it. What's up?
Hi, Flick. How you doing, man? How you doing, dude? Thank you so much for the tier 1, bro. Yeah, I don't know what all this text is in here for. Beats me. I don't know if anyone knows the lore of some of this stuff in here, but... You noticing my message just made my day? Oh, Omega. I try to read as much as I can here. Oh, different bit. Cream sodas? Dude, I like cream sodas. They're real good. I really like cream sodas. Such a good switch. How am I putting the daughter board in this board? I guess from the top there. Interesting. I think each keyboard was supposed to have a serial number, but in the end they were all made with the same one. Oh, for real? Is that the story behind that? That's so disappointing. I feel so bad now. Yeah, because it kind of just like, it's like random text now instead of a serial number. If they all have the same one, that's kind of sad. Oh well. I'm about to build my special edition tofu redo. Stabs arrived. Enjoy it, my friend. Enjoy it. They were supposed to have matching auth cards, but the cards never got made. Oh. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I'm guessing that has to do with something when the GB runner or the designer like fucked off or something. Did you make the tofu redo that was a blue patina? No, that was not me. That was not me. Also received my Key Cult Zero. Made it with Key Geek Y1Xs. It's the same silver orange silicone you had. Boy, it's so special. It is a very cool board, actually. The Key Cult Zero is really neat. I also think the 160 that's being run is really pretty. Again, biases because I work for Novel Keys, but I really think the 160 is like such a gorgeous project too. Not that it's new or anything, but I've always really liked the Key Cult #1 series. What bit is this? The PCB is McLovin, yeah. You can kind of tell because McLovin does these like little clusters now of spare diodes. And this is his logo over here. I never knew. You never knew, Ad? The 160's been your holy grail. It's a really nice looking one for sure. Who is it that makes the big diodes? I think primarily I've been seeing it from was it KBD Fans who's been doing a lot of those now? Hey there, love you. Thank you, Dev. I appreciate you. Stay handsome, big man. Love you. Happy Monday. Love you too, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Happy Monday to you as well. All right. Well, that is, I guess, the build in its entirety right now. Pretty simple to put together here. Although, we're going to do... Okay. That actually is... do I like this cable channel here? Not really. Okay. Got it that time. Now, different bit for this. I'm surprised cable channels are still something that I feel like people haven't fully nailed in this hobby yet. So nice.
Hi everyone.
Hi Dart.
Hi Alexotos Wave.
Thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Sad there won't be any streams for the 160. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of bummed about that too, because I would have loved to show you guys the board and help you guys make decisions, but yeah, unfortunately I can't add anything to that. That's just gonna be like you have to buy it off of pure, I guess, chance of wanting to try it out. But I mean, it's not like it's a new board. There's older content. It should be roughly the same. The Numa is really cool. I think someone put in a build request for a Numa. I think I saw it on my phone as like a summary. I don't think I'm getting one, no. You know, okay, I don't want to actually... Maybe I'm speaking out of turn here. Let me check with Mike. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting one or not, actually. Let me just double check with Mike. I'll ask him today, after we're done stream. I know he was streaming this morning, though. I've asked a couple times before, but Chappie Moving... Oh, I'm so sorry, Liv. I've always wanted to do a commission with you, but I'm worried about shipping fees to and from Canada. I'm in the US. Well, okay, so to break it down, shipping... I recommend if you guys are going to be doing shipping, just use like Pirate Ship or use... I use... What's the brand I used again? NetParcel. Those give you like decent rates, like the bulk rate, and you don't have to ship in bulk. And then, yeah, I would not use UPS these days. Like, you can. There's nothing wrong with it. UPS has actually been getting better. But for whatever reason, UPS just still fucking sucks for, like, charging from US to Canada. Like, I've seen people ship me things, and, like, the charge is, like, $89. And I really don't think it should be that. But, yeah, like I said, use one of those. Here's the expectation you're going to have to make when you do things from the US to Canada. Number one, if this costed me $500, right, this screwdriver, and I ship it to you from the US to Canada, please know that they're going to charge you, there's a potential that they're going to charge you 13% basically, plus a brokerage fee on this. So you probably, like, the most I've usually seen it, there's always higher cases, is like up to $100. That's why I keep my price at $50. Sometimes you get $0 though. Sometimes, like, people don't even charge. Like, it's crazy. But sometimes it's a little higher than that. It's kind of like a gamble. Sometimes the brokerage is just like, no, we actually want to charge you $90 today instead of $30. I do not... Here's the thing. Some people can get around this by changing the price of what they think the product's worth. However, that just ends up being more problematic in the long run. Because if you lose the parcel, they're not going to give you your money back. Like, they're not going to honor any insurance you put on it. Because you've said, oh, the product only cost me $20. So you got to like make sure that's a thing too. However, if you can stomach that there might be like an $100 charge to the board from Canada going into the US, because I think the de minimis thing is still in effect, right? Like you guys still have that. It's under $800. You guys don't have to pay anything. So usually you guys are literally just paying for shipping, and the most I've seen in shipping from the US is like $30. So I would plan on, again, that's why I keep the prices for things like relatively low. It's because I know people have to deal with that. Plan on about, without considering shipping, plan on about like $80 roughly in charges. Like I said, that's the typical in what I've seen. So what films were those you used on the last batch of MX2As? They were TX films, I think. Yeah, TX films. Ooh, my stomach's growling. All right, let's figure out some keycaps for this, shall we? But yeah, that is my expectation that I would say you have to set for yourself. Honestly, it's not like terrible because, I don't know, I feel like I keep the prices decent, so it's not like terrible, but worth a couple $1,000. What sort of shipping and ship brokerage? Here's the thing though, Lib. Did you buy it for a couple of $1,000? Here's what a lot of people do that like is a no-no. If I buy this for $200 and the value of it aftermarket is worth $4,000, I've had people put $4,000. Even if you lost the package and insured this, they're gonna want to see a receipt for $4,000. You know what I mean? So unless you actually purchased it for $4,000 or a couple of thousand, you're not gonna get your money back there. So just put it to what the retail value that you paid for was. But if you did buy it for a couple of thousand, like aftermarket, it's still kind of like it's kind of up in the air sometimes with them. They might not consider that valid. I've seen that happen. So not with my stuff, but with other people's stuff. All right, let's go pick some keycaps. What do I want to use? I don't have GMK Sparta. I don't even remember what that looks like. I was thinking Deepwell today. Deepwell might look cool. Deepwell? Question mark? Yeah? I think the red would go nice with this. But yeah, that's my thing there. Arcelturian, what's up, dude? Deepwell's a good set? Hell yeah, bro. Let's do Deepwell. Let's do this. I probably will have to tune the spacebars, but we'll do that afterwards. Because I don't know if I have to or not yet. Oh gosh. Caps. Do they import? Wait, do they charge import fee based on the value of what you say it's worth? Yep. So remember that time I had a client ship me a board, and I told you guys that UPS, to this day actually, they're still hounding me about it. The client valued the board as $4,000, but it was the aftermarket price and was actually only worth like $450. It was just like so the board was a Kohaku. And it was like a commission Kohaku or something, or a commission unicorn. I don't remember if it was a unicorn or Kohaku. It was a single board. But they labeled it as what they thought it was worth. And then UPS, and I can show you guys too. UPS wanted me to pay a $970 or something like that import fee. So I refused the shipment because I'm like, no fucking way are we spending $1,000 importing this. Like, it's just not... even if like the value on the product here is inflated for no fucking reason. So I refused the shipment and it was sent back to the owner. And even though that was like months ago at this point, to this day, UPS told me I have nothing to worry about. Oh yeah, the owners always cover that. It's not me. But to this day, UPS has still been asking me to pay that bill. So... and it's gone up in price because of interest. And that bill is now up to $1,400. So every time I call them, I'm like, we refused this package. They're like, oh, you did. We'll get that fixed on our end. I'm just waiting one day because they told me last time it was a pretty angry person who was on the phone, and they told me they're going to send it to collections. And I know this is guys, let me tell you guys, this is going to like bite me in the ass soon. I'm pretty positive. But I'm just waiting for the day it's going to bite me in the ass. Sue them? Easy? We'll see. We'll see what I do. I don't know what I'm going to do there. The crazy thing is UPS is better than FedEx in my area. DHL's goated, bro. We love DHL here. Is Hamu still horrible with their factory lube? I haven't seen their factory lube switches in quite some time, or just their switches in quite some time at this point. So I couldn't give you a great answer, unfortunately. Sir, it's split backspace. You're right. It is split backspace. You're right. You're right. Might be. Thank you, Okwon. Love you, bud. Let's see. How's this looking so far? All right. Am I grabbing all the wrong numbers here? DHL is the unofficial keyword component and build shipping. Dude, it really is. It really become like such a staple in this hobby. I love DHL. Never had a bad experience with them. Actually, let me tell you guys a quick story. So my girlfriend the other day, she ordered something for her parents or something to our place. And it was, unfortunately, like, it was shipped via UPS. And it was a small item. It wasn't worth anything, but they were going to deliver it on a day that we weren't going to be home. So she tried to do that thing on UPS where they're like, if you give us $2, I'm not kidding you guys. They're like, it's $2 for rearranging the time around if you want to delay it for a day. So she paid the $2. And the next day when the shipment was originally supposed to come, like, we were about to leave and we were about to go do what we had to do. And UPS came and they're like, here's your shipment. And we're like, what the fuck? We asked for this. Like, thankfully we were there, but like, we asked for it the next day. And you know, to this day, she still hasn't got a refund for her $2. They just pocketed her $2 and delivered it on the day that we asked them not to do it. Dude, I swear UPS sometimes is just like, crazy to me. I don't mind their service. Like, they're okay. They've gotten a little bit better, but oh my God, dude. And we're surprised? We're not. Yeah, DHL does it for free. You can just do like a vacation hold and they just do it for free. Here? Yes, here. This is a cool keycap, actually. Actually, I gotta be careful. Am I throwing away some of the stuff I need to use here? That $2 for delivering it earlier than the date you request it? Ultimately, like, I'm not upset. I just think it's crazy that, like, they didn't refund the $2. You know? Crazy to me. I remember that DHL got the neighbor's cat down out of my tree. Dude, DHL one time lent me their Ferrari. Like, they're so nice. They lent me their Ferrari when I didn't have a car. It was crazy, dude. DHL's goated for that. You guys remember that one time? DHL's so good. DHL paid for my college tuition? Damn, that's crazy, bro. Honestly, DHL's so good, dude. DHL one time lent me their spaceship when I forgot my teddy bear in my home planet. Honestly, they're so good, dude. And I bet you they got you in on time, too. That was Beldwing? Sure, Beldwing did do that. After they gave me a free house? Yeah. After they paid off a house for me, DHL also lent me their Ferrari. Good guy, DHL. DHL once stole my package back from the package thief because they knew I wasn't home to greet them. That's crazy, bro. Honestly, DHL's so good for that. Mad respect for them. DHL reads me bedtime stories? Good guy, DHL. Honestly, we love DHL. DHL gave me a cold water bottle when I was hungover. I remember that one time DHL cured polio. Or polio? Not polo. Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Remember that one time DHL cured COVID? Fucking wild, guys. DHL stole my GF from me and I wasn't even mad? Damn. Hold on. Wait. Can I pay for a build spot just for you to take a day to rebuild a corn or kohaku with milky yellows? I've had people request this. My answer is usually, are you sure? Like, is that something you want to, like, spend money on for a build date? Like, I'm okay with that, but, like, I don't know, it's totally up to you. No. DHL helped me get a girlfriend? DHL not only delivers my packages, they even delivered my firstborn? That's fucking wild, dude. I love that story. That's a tearjerker for sure. Wait, no, I need something else for that. Remember when Alex saved a family of 16 out of a burning building? So much DHL lore? Honest to God, dude. I hope DHL watches this back one time and gives us a discount for being in the keyboard hobby. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll realize how much we love them. If we keep saying really good things, maybe they can be like, those keyboard guys. Maybe we shouldn't charge them as much. DHL so goated. DHL delivered my DHL office to my city. Very nice. DHL legit one time delivered my package during a huge rainstorm and waited until I was there to get my package even though they left it at my door, smiled, waved, and gave me a thumbs up. Wait, actually? Because you said legit, so... That is really nice of them, Jesus. Unofficial keyboard shipper? DHL sponsorship? I'm waiting for the day, dude. Hello, DHL. We're waiting for the day. We need a sponsorship from you guys. DHL x Alexotos collab. Get that Geon pricing. That'd be sick, dude. What is going on with this particular keycap? Oh. Maybe I never had mounted that before. Honestly, a DHL delivery guy and like, dude, can I say something? My DHL delivery driver here, I've always had really nice ones. When I was at my parents' place, like the DHL delivery driver was so nice. He'd like legit have conversations with me. I'm not even trolling. This is actual truth. I didn't really get to like talk to my driver when I was living downtown, like in the core of the city, because they needed to get in and out. But this driver is so nice. He'll hand me the thing and be like, I'm not even kidding you. One time he's like, how you doing? Because he was like writing something down. I'm like, I'm doing good. He's like, yeah, you having a good day? And it was just like the kindest thing ever. I'm like, this guy is so nice. But yeah, he's always nice. He always waits in the truck to make sure we get the package because he knows I'm like really quick about getting DHL deliveries. And then he'll always wave and then drive off. It's the nicest thing ever. GMK DHL? Bro, hold on a second. Why haven't we done that? Have we done that yet? I'd pick up that set. I can't imagine that looking like a great set, but I'd pick it up. Yellow, red, and black? It'd be interesting. DHL delivered my cable defense package to the wrong house, and the guy went back to the house to get it back from them and bring it to me at like 9 p.m. Damn. So kind. All right, shall we see how this board sounds? Shall we see? Again, I don't know if I have to tune the spacebar. Probably do, but let's see what this board sounds like. So these are BCPs, which are a very aggressive switch on a polycarbonate top mount in the Hand Engineering 2000 Mini. Let's see what this sounds like. Alex, I think we can't see how it sounds because we can't see sounds. Okay. Let's see how this sounds like. Bet you didn't see that coming either, in it. Ooh, the spacebar is nice on this. Damn, I did a pretty good job right off the bat with the cherry. That sounds really good. It has like a little bit of resonance that I feel like is super tasteful for this. I really like the spacebar for this. I know BCPs, usually a lot of people love BCP spacebars, but I miss Annette. I mean, I untimed him out like the moment I timed him out. So if he's not here, it's on Annette, you know. Can we look at the side profile? Absolutely. This is really nice sounding. I really like the way this turned out. Gorgeous board too. Oops. Zoom in time. There we go. Side profile of the board. Some pretty nice curves along the edges here. I'm here, love. Hi, Annette. Welcome back. Here's the back of the board. I'm gonna take a few photos of this. I have to. I haven't. I think my first time building this, right? I don't think I built this yet. Very, very pretty. Extremely pretty here. Yeah, I have to look into what happened with that. Again, I've never really purchased or looked at anything from, him, so. If this was made open source, that'd be super sick. There's a weird little dimple on the other side. A weird dimple? Which side do we mean? The bottom is very pretty on this. On the side profile? A weird dimple. I'm not seeing any weird dimples here. Looks pretty flat everywhere. Even has a little bit of a, thing here for the screws. It comes in a bit. Very nice. In the front? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking for the wrong thing. Right where the ledge ends? Oh, here? Oh, do you mean like... It's kind of hard to show off. But no, it's a really pretty board. This sounds really good too. Other end? Bro, I'm just not seeing a dimple on this at all. Guys, I'm trying. This is inspired by the S2000. A car, I assume. I don't know. I'm not a car guy, so... Bro, it's right there. I just don't see a dimple. Bro got gaslit. Anyways, you know what? I'm going to pretend we see the dimple. The dimple looks crazy, guys. Alex, do different typing angles affect you at all? Oh, yes, dude. Some boards, I think anything above 7, I can feel right away. I think 5 to 7 is my sweet spot, typically. 7.5 is good too, but anything above 7, I can usually tell. But you get used to it really quickly. Only there's a few boards that are like aggressive with their typing angle that I can't get used to. But yeah, for the most part, no, I'm usually pretty there. Just smile. There it is. There it is. Oh, man. Did you try the intro 100 for a longer time with the 10%? I used the intro a little bit. I'm going to be honest, full-size boards, as much as I freaking love them in this hobby, they don't work well with my work routine. So I just don't use them much. God damn it. Dude, how is Alex this... Oh my god, Scrubs, please. I wish Bowl didn't do 8 degrees so much, to be honest. I don't mind 8 degree. Like, again, I prefer 5 to 7, but... There are reasons why people go higher on typing angles to lower a front height as well, so. Elkwan wants a compliment. Elkwan, if I had to pick between you and the OP1, I'd pick you every time. As a mouse person, I hope you really appreciate that comment. Love you, Elkwan. Well, that's just a lie? No, I'd pick Elkwan. Kind of rude? I'm not lying. To use as a mouse? Damn, I didn't think about that. I just meant to, like, love and cherish. I just got back. Can we start after the stabs are installed? Huh? Forgot to bring my AirPods, so I've been watching this whole time with no audio. Damn, Kush. I wonder how that is. Is there like... There's no subtitles, I don't think. I used to have subtitles, but they barely work. That's abuse? Oh, gosh. Alright, though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bushido, I hope this turned out great. I think this turned out great. It's a lovely looking board. I'm going to go take some photos of this now. I'm also going to eat something again, because I'm starving. But I'll see you guys in like 4 hours? Shave your beard and jump scares? Oh, gosh. Bye, Alex. See you all later. Bye, Scrubs. Thanks, Alex. It sounds good. It sounds so good. Lubing these too, I was a bit worried. I was like, it's been a while since we've BCPs, so I did a very, very light coat of like hand lube everywhere, but it was, I think this turned out perfect. You can still get some of the texture of the Switch. Let's go find someone to raid. Twitch. How much does DHL cost to have you delivered to me? How much is DHL? Honestly, Rock, like a real answer, DHL is kind of expensive to use like on a single individual basis. Raid DHL? Are they streaming? Is DHL on right now? Let's go raid. Here, Brewing's doing something. Am I late? We're about to raid someone. Alright, guys. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Literally in a few hours. We're going to be doing a Neo 75 later with some tactile switches. Actually, I believe they're the oak switches or whatever. Remnants of when Lubed was around, I guess. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys. See you guys in a few. Love you guys. Bye-bye.